Now we are starting with breaking news this morning. We understand that crews have been battling a fire in a house in South City.
Yeah, so we want to go live right now to our Reagan DeTrolio. She's at that scene. Reagan, what can you tell us so far? We're hearing that you might have an interview for us.
Yeah, that's absolutely right, Travis and Michelle. I'm actually joined live now by the St. Louis City Fire Captain, Captain Mosby. So, Captain Mosby, can you tell us what exactly is going on? What do we know right now?
Right, so we fired just before 4 o'clock this morning, two-story commercial building, heavy fire involvement throughout. We had an exposure building, an occupied exposure on the opposite side of where we're standing. Crews did a very good job of keeping the fire from extending there. We were defensive on the primary fire building, sustained a substantial collapse. No one was injured. We've been exterior the entire time on that. Right now the fire's out. You can see our investigative team is here behind us. There's some concern in talking with neighbors that there may have been a couple people known to live in this building. Several people in and out, but 2 individuals that are unaccounted for right now. So now that the fire's out, we're going to make sure it's fully extinguished. Investigative team is here and we'll discuss next steps.
Well, and that's exactly right. We're hearing that a search is underway. Do we know anything about that?
No, just that, just a couple known to frequent. The understanding was they lived, if you will, in a garage portion, but it had become too cold, and so they kind of moved into this larger portion where the majority of the fire was. It's my understanding that this building was just full of content, like a lot of content to burn, which is why there was just so much fire when we arrived. So, they're just unaccounted for now. They could walk up any moment now and we're finished with this, but we have to rule out all possibilities. So again, once this is fully extinguished, which is kind of where we are now, we'll start discussing the next steps.
And you guys we heard that there could be a possible canine squad on team. What's going on with that?
So that's part of the next steps discussion. We've got a canine team access to where they can actually do a search if it comes to that, to help us locate possible victims of a fire. So again, that's something that'll be discussed here shortly, and we'll know here pretty soon what we're going to do.
Anything else we can let people know as of this hour?
With regards to this fire, no. I would just say as we're getting into the colder season, it's going to get a lot colder before it gets warmer. So really start paying attention to a lot of the safety messages we push with the space heater safety, checking your smoke alarm. All those things matter. The little things, taking time to focus on the little things matter. And even if it's not a vacant home, just following those steps can keep us from having to visit your home.
And we're supposed to, when do you think we'll be finding out a motive for this, or a cause for this, rather?
I wouldn't want to speculate. Obviously we want to be very thorough in what we do, so I wouldn't put a time on it. But as we get more information that we can share, we will share.
Okay, that's perfect. Well, Captain Mosby, thank you so much. I appreciate you.
Good to talk to you.
And like you just said, the search is underway. If there could be possible people inside here, like you just said, they're hearing reports that there could have been some people, some unhoused people possibly inside this building. So they are searching. We are going to keep you updated all throughout the morning, giving you the latest updates and information. Reporting live in St. Louis, I'm Reagan DeTrolio, 5 on your side.
All right, thanks so much, Reagan. We'll check back in with you in just a little bit. In the meantime, we want to get to another story. This